Alright, hello people. Welcome back. So, it is already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri's clearly an introvert and is also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Oh, you might be surprised. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was actually learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayuri since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we could text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayuri said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayuri's feelings aside when she might need me? I don't know, but I decide to visit Sayuri before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. I don't know what this means, but I think... Okay. Once I reach Sayuri's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Why are you doing that so loud, Tom? Okay, whatever. Again, we used to play so often that we make it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayuri isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's still up in the room. It's always strange of her not to run down and greet me. You alright, Sayuri? I head up to the bedroom when I finally find her. Sayuri! Hi, Apple. I sit down in her room. Sayuri forces a smile, and it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this for a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much really has changed, has it? Sayuri's room is messy, as it always been. I also recognize some stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayuri had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monika told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that is true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monika today? Of course! But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. It's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayuri stares in the random direction. What's gonna happen? Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something was wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well, so... Sayuri smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Apple. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. What are you talking about? If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have to be worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's what the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayuri, I grab Sayuri by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something's happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayuri gives me an empty smile. She likes me, that's what she wants to say. You really put me in a trap, Apple. But you're wrong. Nothing's happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayuri? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Apple? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even get a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Oh no! Whoa, don't say that! Oh my god! Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to put waste to... You're such a good character, though! Don't say this shit about yourself! That's what it feels like. And that's why I want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayuri kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayuri? Eh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend, because if I knew, I would have done everything I could have to support you. Even if there's only so much I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Apple. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you wouldn't have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Ahaha. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone being happy together is the best for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Don't say that. Oh my god. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right. I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayuri. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes me for you to stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Apple. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped us is everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayuri's face. What? No! I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And and now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I grab Sayuri's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Apple? Sayuri, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join this club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Apple, Sayuri isn't hugging me back. Oh, what? Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayuri's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Apple, Sayuri barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is her to know that I care. What am I gonna do? Oh my god. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let it be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayuri finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't underestimate any of my feelings, Apple. The only thing I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayuri lets me go. And as she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah? It's going to be fun, right? Yeah? How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want, I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayuri wipes her eyes. I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all these days, this had to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along to help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayuri shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if it would be good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I'll look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayuri and exit her house. On our way home, I find myself feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayuri is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we definitely going through a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. Oh my god. This is so sad. Poor Sayuri, oh my god. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri! Ah! Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when no one answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. Ah, I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously. Makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist when I was proceeding at opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrists. Jeez, I'm a bit like... Okay. She's both her wrists firmly in her lap, and then making sure she's keeping track of them. So, shouldn't we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned if you could help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know. Mood lighting, aramphrothy candles. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. What's with the candles? And why am I thinking something else? Of course. I want to take care of our guests to a faraway place, although many will stop just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess, I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? It makes me feel relieved, and kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? I don't know, marijuana? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. Is that a blunt? Wait, I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and candles to light the room. Okay, maybe I'm just thinking too dirty. Sorry, people. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this. It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Okay, I'm just gonna say that. Not familiar at all. Is that so? The only one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood or the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body, okay? Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch up on the bottom. And in just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to sprout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I choose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using that paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang them in the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons and create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eyes of the passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you were so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed than it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels for sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Apple. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Ah, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves intended into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, as you know. If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's, well, an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I kind of think it suits you. The reason why I'm just giggling about this is because I think I might know what's coming with knives. Because with anime, there's a lot of yandere shit, so... Suits me. Yeah, kind of intense. Besides, it's really good at it's a cool-looking knife, I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Apple, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down my side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah! She stares at it at noticeable fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Ah! Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the What? Yuri! That's a bit dirty! The fuck? I feel her tongue curl through my... What? Who does that? Startled, I instantly pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her hand, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Ah, sure it was a little weird, but it took me by surprise. I guess she was trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her hand. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Apple! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looked at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Apple. Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? Yuri calls me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep getting your where do you keep your bandages? I don't even need that one, actually. It was just a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through like ribbon, like nothing but air. Meanwhile, I just continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the papers onto the ribbons, we lay them out side by side. This is so weird. It looks better than I expected, and I will be very effective as the door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to paint the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of them Yuri has asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor. I can't stop thinking about how she just shoved my hand into her mouth like that. I can't stop thinking about that now. Kind of watercolor paint tablets. We just need 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use a small plastic bathroom cups rather than the full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri, yes? Come in to see Yuri's unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. What? Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it out on the wall behind the podium at front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on the opposite side so we don't get in the way of each other. Okay. Yuri uses a brush to add a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school, painting on a banner with watercolors, it feels like a lot like art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Ah, I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like that I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's someone simple, like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things a little bit nicer. That's sweet. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where we simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you understand. Yuri leans over the banner and uses an unused paintbrush. But I move at the same table, causing my hand to bump into her. Oh. Gah! Sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry I had to ask you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are drops of paint on Yuri's face and neck. What, am I gonna lick those off too? Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry if it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out to fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Ah, is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Had finished, I started to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. What the heck? Wait. What's happening here? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. I have an intense expression that I recognize from where she reads her books. Almost as she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the Gemini's oil that makes me dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm. Oh, I think I might be having sexual tensions right now. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer than mine than it was just a moment ago. Ah, Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've just been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. For a second, I thought you know. It's nothing. Nothing dirty. Nothing. This is supposed to be a good game. The moment is over as soon as it begun. Yuri picks over the brush again, but her moments seem clumsier as she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it seems very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. Okay. That's true, but it won't take that for a while. Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's any more for us to do here. Phew! You say that you're glad it's over? Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we could have extra time after finishing the work. What am I thinking about? Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a low worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And it's important things that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all our things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the time that it could happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say this without thinking. About today. It's fine we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want. You can come over and we can go out somewhere. Oh my god. I'm just direct now. Oh my god. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Apple. Yuri takes a step closer than me and then squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Oh, I'm getting that tonight. Oh, baby. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayuri! Hi, Apple. Sayuri! Just now we weren't... It's okay, Apple. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry that I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we weren't able to be back together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayuri beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayuri waves goodbye after her. Sayuri, I thought you didn't want me to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being a little mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me feel really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start falling down Sayuri's face. Why are you crying? Are you happy for me, or are you sad for yourself? I don't get this. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Apple? Oh my god. I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayuri, don't say that. It's true, Apple. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayuri, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But, Sayuri looks away. I hand onto her shoulder and reassure her. I'm scared, Apple. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayuri? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayuri? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Apple, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayuri. I don't want you to hurt. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand over Sayuri's arms and squeeze her hand into my own. Do you remember how I said I always know the best for you? Do you still believe me? Worthlessly, Sayuri nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. Is it what I think it is? It's probably not, but it's probably going to cut itself off like the third time, right? I like her, so I love you. I love you. Eh? Those are my true feelings, so there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helps me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Apple. Suddenly, Sayuri wraps her arms tightly around me. It's so sweet, and I have brown hair. Aw. Well, do I have brown hair? Oh yeah, I do have brown hair. What? How did I forget that? Apple. Is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayuri in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Apple. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayuri's grip around me weakened a little bit. What is this? Sayuri, I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now? Why would the rain clouds go away? They're not supposed to be going away at all, Apple. It's okay, Sayuri. It might take a little time to get things around to be better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayuri and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could really handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go in whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Apple. Sayuri gazes at me once more, smiling sadly. Even if I get really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sayuri means by that. Are you saying that it's the best? This is what's making you feel sad, Sayuri? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I feel like a bunch of times when you've told me you love me, but that's what I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I never feel more uncertain when it comes to Sayuri. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayuri's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep walking as if I'm doing something more, or something indifferent. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayuri meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that it's that I give it everything I've got. Sayuri is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes for a happy future with her. Well, I kind of got with Sayuri, I guess. Sure. It's the day of the festival. One of all days, I expected this to be where I was walking to the school of Sayuri, but Sayuri isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house and waking her up, but deciding that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, then I gently rolled up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, as I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over than to spend time with Sayuri and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. I hope Yuri doesn't think I like her, otherwise things could go really badly. Really badly. Apple, you're the first one here. Thanks for being so early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be ones she prepared that has all the poems we are performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like, and I submitted it. So that's one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayuri with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think on days as important she'd try a little harder. I'd say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayuri told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing that it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Apple. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Oh no, what'd I do? Exchange? Monica, you know about this? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayuri really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone else. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I'll probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. What? Why is Monica being now creepy? What the heck? Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more out seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly painted on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones that they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped through Sayuri's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one I haven't read before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. What the fuck? Holy shit. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. This is creepy now. What the fuck? What is going on? Okay, can I continue, please? Ah! What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pitch in my stomach. Apple, what's wrong? Nothing. This poem makes me feel different about everything else Yuri's written. Oh no, this is so bad. Oh my god. More than that. I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayuri, so, well, alright. I'm not trying to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a bit harder for Sayuri. It's not a big deal for at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes me feel really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as long as they would have been. That's all she needs, and that's what I want to give her. I reach Sayuri's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's got picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayuri! She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That is really something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayuri's room, I knock on her door. Sayuri! Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really don't want to leave her enter the room like this. Isn't that kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. No! Oh my god! Why? That is... the background! The music! Oh my god. What happened? What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this could be real. Sayuri wouldn't be doing this. Everything was normal until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe my eyes are showing me. I suppressed my urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayuri I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? I told her I loved her! Why would she do this? No! This is terrible! How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayuri needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her? And makes her feel even worse. Why was I so selfish? This is all my fault. My swarming keeps telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I could do to bring her back. I really liked her too. This is terrible. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'm carrying this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. What? End? The end? How is that the end? Oh, what the fuck? What? What happened? Well, what's this? Where's Sayuri? She's not in there anymore. Oh no. Holy shit, what did I do? What is this? What did I do? What the fuck? I see an annoying girl running from me from the distance, hanging her arms in her air, oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That little girl is my neighbor who was a good friend when we were children. You know, the kind of friend you wouldn't see yourself making today, but that's kind of the work that because we've known each other for so long. We used to walk each other to school and see her starting out to the high ground, and we oversleep them more frequently. This is the same thing as before. What the fuck? But she's going to chase after me like this, so I'll be off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let it catch up the— What is that? What? Oh my god. What the fuck? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, but surrounded by the couples and friends who are walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always been walking to the school alone. I always tell myself about the time I meet some girls or something like that. I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content by just getting into the average while spending my free time in girls like anime. There was an anime club, but there was any other girl anyway. The school is an ordinary day as ever, and I get over it. After packing up my things, I blankly at the wall, looking at an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any interest in that. Besides, most of them would be too demanding if I want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but the anime club. Apple? What the fuck? Monica! What have you done? Did she do this? What the fuck? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect you to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other, we really talk, but we were in the same class. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. Somehow me generally feels a little. What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've been looking for supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? Or I can see the construction closet. You're in debate for the club, right? I know about that, but I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand about politics around the other clubs. It feels like nothing is argued in public. I'd rather change the enjoyment of personal clubs. In any case, what would you do to decide to join? I'm actually starting a new one. A literature— What the fuck? A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. Where's Sayuri? Sayuri's gone. Oh no. It's really hard to find new members for something so hard and boring. What can I say that? But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature could be anything. Reading poetry, meeting the members, can magnet collection in the afternoon. Wait, really? Yeah, it's really funny, right? She's always insisting on magnet is literature too. I know she's not really long, I guess. And besides, my member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Apple. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess, but in that case, is there any chance you would do me a big favor? I want to ask you to join, but could you visit my club? And it would make make me very happy, please? Well, I guess I have no choice but to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. No, don't join the club. There's something really evil about that club. Don't do it. You're really sweet, Apple, you know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look forward to the materials another time if you're more important. And thus today is the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Okay, this is really freaky now. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for the third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! I brought a guest with me. I don't want to play this! This is fucking creepy. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. Anyway, welcome to the club, Apple. All words escape me from the situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Except we're missing one. Oh no. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think that she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri's now the vice president. What happened to this timeline? Yuri, who appears more comfortably more mature and timid, seems like they have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet the both of you. So I ran into Apple in a classroom, so we decided to check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before I brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into him. Yeah, in that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be really great. Why don't you come sit down, Apple? The girls made a few desks around me before him. Yuri walks to a corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit around to each other. Still feeling awkward, I seat next to Monica. So I know I didn't have a plan on coming here. But, well, we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised that one of the clubs is... I'm scared. I don't want to do this. It must be hard to start a new club. You should put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out the effort to make something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You should have worked hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes the school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we all really grow to this club, but before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica really has worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea seat. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us, setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole lot of tea in the classroom. Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a cup of hot tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. That's something Sayuri would say, right? I don't know. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. I faintly smile in herself in relief. So, Apple, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read around the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. No, not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Sayuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri trances the rim into the teacup with her finger. My favorite are the usual novels that build tea in complex fantasy worlds. The tea of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling them a good story is such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved, as intimate since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way of her eyes light up that finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like that kind of thing. Stories with deep psychological elements. That I already know this, though. Isn't that amazing how a good writer deliberately takes advantage of your own lack of imagination, completely throws you through a loop? Anyways, I'm reading a lot of horror lately. I read horror books once. I desperately grasp on something to a minimal level. This is the same dialogue. At this rate, Yuri might continue to have the conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes you think, or think to another world, then I could I can't put it down. Surreal horror is often feel successful and changing by the way you look at the world. It feels like a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, what's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. I looked at the poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give it back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you wrote your own poems? Yeah, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I still think it's impressive. Why don't you share it sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident with her yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is true to oneself. The one that you open up to your readers, exposing vulnerabilities and showing the more deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing to experience too, Yuri? Maybe if it's someone to share through your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess that's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? And Natsuki and I quizzically look at it. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I always thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for us to do, participating together. I decided to take on a responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now we have our new member. It seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree with as well, Apple? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica has convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have any other clubs to look at, and I lose my faith in oh my god, they're staring back at me. But, I'm sorry, I thought, The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Apple. The thing is, we don't have enough members for you to join the official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And we don't find one more before the festival. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? How would I feel terrible letting everyone else down in the situation? And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if I write poems is the price to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Apple? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you could really let this off after all, I'd be super pissed. Oh, jeez, I'm in for a really, really, really bad time. Apple, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You are really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to the next meeting and we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Apple, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I can really impress the star Monica with a mediocre writing skills. I already felt the anxiety walking beside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chat as Yuri cleans up Tia's set. I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between these 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I be happy spending every day with the school and the literature club? Perhaps I have every chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make my utmost of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Where's Sayuri? She usually walks home with me. This is so bad. Oh no. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would I like to read it? Do I have to? I guess? Can I answer this? Stare at the dot to reveal a special message. Huh? Stare at the dot? I don't understand that. Did I just skip something? Oh, I was too scared. I was too chicken shit. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I'm scared now, guys. There's no Sayuri. This is scary. Okay, well, here we go. Adventure, kawaii, bed, convent, crimson, imagination. imagination, agonizing, flying, laugh, clouds, bunny, climax, shame, melody, rainbow, dream, journey, puppy, electricity. Oh no. Oh no, no. Hi again, Apple. Hi, Monica. Glad that you didn't run away from us. Don't worry. This might be a little strange, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone's already hanging out. What the fuck? Thanks for keeping your promise, Apple. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making your dive headfirst into the literature club, you're not accustomed to it. What the fuck? Oh my god. I don't want to do this, guys. I really don't. You have dragged here by Monica. I don't know what has to plan here or what. But if you don't take us seriously, you won't be the end of it. Natsuki, you're blocking the dialogue! What are you doing, Monica? I can't read this! Finds herself stuck between Monica and Magna. Magna is his literature, so defeated, pops her into her seat. I'm sorry, Apple. We make sure to put the comfort first, okay? We should Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might be interested in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't say I know either way. Like you said, I'm not in the club now. So it only makes me feel to do something that, like, if you ask. Wait, I don't feel like that. If you don't really want to, then I forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try and be part of the club. So even if I don't read often. Did the music get faster too? What the hell? I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that should help you get started with something that you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it keeps your attention, even if you don't usually read. We could, you know, discuss if you wanted. This is how a girl accidentally being so cute. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically, I take a book. Phew, well, you can read at your own pace. Looking forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off something scheduled activities for the club. And that doesn't even seem the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't even help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an expiration sigh within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her if she has a hand. You look like you're looking for something in there. Fucking Monica. I didn't know there were. Oh my god! What the fuck? She never puts my stuff in the right spot. What's the point of keeping my... Oh my god. Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books across the shelf. Manga. You really like manga, huh? Sometimes one of those things can really admit until the other person stands. How do you know that anyway? I hear you bring up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lot of Von and Magna amidst stack of various books in the side of one of your shelves. Furious, I pull it onto the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns a box of Magna and slips on the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box of set and one book missing is probably the most irritating sight of the world. I know that feel. I get closer to the box and see that she's admiring fret girls. I see a series of I've never heard in my life. This probably means it's either way a more demographic or simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. I'll tell you one thing, Apple. Consider this a lesson straight from the don't judge a book. What the fuck? In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first book of the Painted Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. Please don't show me why. Please don't show me why. I stare at the cover. It feels the four girls in their colorful attire striking feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arms and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs couldn't work. We would read at the same time like this. What's that? I guess it's easier to be close like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't expect that sitting this close to her either. Not that I could... It's a particular bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Monica once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space that we hoped I wouldn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin the... What the hell? How long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes I'd rather finish the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like a bunch of friends in high school, typically slice and flat tire. I grew out of these since a rare writing to be entertaining enough to make it lack a plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so, I guess it's fun sharing something like you with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? Her eyes just moved. That's a bit creepy. That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't share your magnet with your friends? Could you not rub it in? That's really creepy. Why are her eyes moving, like, towards me? This is terrifying. Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think Magna is for kids. I can't even bring it up with any being like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it makes it a lot easier for those who don't judge, much less friends who aren't interested into it. I'm already kind of a loser. I just want to gravitate towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I can't win, can I? Well, I paid off the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading this. It's not like this solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So, geez, what? That's enough. Are you going to keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped through the page. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over to her. It looks like she's starting to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! What the hell? Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out a protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes start to light up again. She snatches the bar from her and tears off from the wrapper. I told you not to, She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Apple. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always leave a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share our poems now? Okay, this sounds great. This sounds really great. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, guys, a lot for watching this. I don't know now. I don't know if I really want to continue. I'll just have to be a man and get this over with. This is so fucked up. I'll see you guys later.